Hey guys, Ed here. Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Models and Beer. All right, guys, we have put this build off way too long. It's time that we get into it. I've been procrastinating, and to be a little bit honest with you guys, I'm a little bit intimidated by this kit. It is huge, not only in scale, but in parts, okay? It's going to be a big build, and it's going to go on for some time. And I know I promised you guys a unboxing, and I made a very valid attempt in making that happen. And I have a DJI pocket camera. Check this little guy out here. And this is what I was going to use. Check him out. Isn't he cool? And it's got a gimbal on it so that the lens stays level. You see what I'm talking about? See how that moves? Yeah, it's like a nice camera, and it films in 4K. And I was going to use this to film the unboxing because I cannot do it in this room where I'm at, guys. The room that I'm at, the area that I have, I share with my wife, and she does crafting. So we both share this room, and my area is about a 10 by 10 maybe area that I use for my crafting. I have a desk here that I film on, and then I have an L, off to the side where I have another table where I actually, do my modeling and things like that, and I have my camera set up over, and yeah, the setup. So yeah, so I had to do the unboxing in another room because the King Tiger box is just too huge, and I have no room in here to do that. So that's why I was going to use that DJI. And I went and I started filming the unboxing and doing the unboxing, but I was having problems with focusing for some reason, and it's like I said, it's a great camera. It's got 4K, and all the filming I've ever done with it has been like really sharp and nice, right? But when I went to do the unboxing, it's like I'm trying to get in on the parts to to really get a good detail shot and stuff, and it would blur out and things like that. And I'm sure it's not the camera, it's me. I don't know all the settings on it yet, and I need to work with it a little bit more. But I did try to use that to do the unboxing, and unfortunately, the footage that I got just wasn't worthy of posting. Okay, so I apologize for not having that unboxing. However, there are some very good videos on YouTube showing unboxings, and even had my camera work perfectly like I wanted it to, and I would have had everything set up perfect, my unboxing wouldn't even touch some of those unboxings that are up on YouTube. They're great unboxings, so go check those out, guys, and then come back to this channel and watch me build on this one here, right? So yeah, and so I apologize, guys, about that. We are going to be breaking this build up. I got another kit that just arrived. I got it last week, but I am waiting on the second part of it. I got an aftermarket part for it. So when that gets here, it should be like Monday of this week, and we can do an official unboxing of that kit, guys. That one will fit in here in my room. So that one we can make sure that you get a proper unboxing. It's a cool kit, and I'll introduce it to you as soon as that other part gets here. Like I said, we'll do the unboxing. So even with the when I'm building this King Tiger, the scale of this thing, I cannot even keep the box in this room. Okay, it's in another room, and I'm going to have to run back and forth, to grab the sprues that I need, come back in here, and do the building on it. So it's going to be a hassle in that sense, because I don't have the actual box in this room, and it just won't fit. So it is what it is. I just work with the best that I can with what I'm working with. But I think we can get some good footage in here of, we'll just, I don't have, my cameras won't film the entire hull of this tank because of its size. My camera just will not go high enough to get, the range that I need to fit it all in there. But we're only working at small sections at a time anyway, so hopefully we can make that work by just, filming the area that I'm actually working with. We don't need to see that full hull the entire time we're working on it, right? Just the area that we're working on. So, all right, so with all that being said, guys, let's just go ahead and get right on into it, okay? I do appreciate you guys popping in. I hope you will follow along with this build. It's going to be a journey. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's going to go on for some time. So, but we'll break it up a little or stuff in between. It won't be always King Tiger on this channel. We'll sneak in some other stuff here and there. Guys, welcome back to Models and Beer. And okay guys, our journey begins right here. Here we go. Part 1, step 1 of our German King Tiger 1/16 scale. A huge kit. And like I said earlier guys, unfortunately I was unable to do an official unboxing of this kit just due to the sheer size of it, okay, and my limited work area, okay, with my cameras and stuff. I tried to do an unboxing and it just wasn't good. So, but there is plenty of really good unboxings of this kit on YouTube. If you do a search, you'll find them. There's a lot better ones than I could have done with my setup, so let's just say that, okay. But however, we are starting, and here's our instruction booklet, guys, and look at this thing. I don't know if you can really tell by the camera here, but it is a heavy instruction book, and it goes all the way up to page 64, and each step, guys, in this book is just loaded with parts. I mean, in steps. Look at this. This thing is crazy. This is going to be a hell of a build, guys, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit intimidated by this build, and I don't know, maybe this exceeds my modeling abilities, but we're going to give it a valid attempt anyway, okay? So let's go here, let's get over here to step 1, which is going to be doing our road wheels, okay? So step 1 here, we got all these parts here. We need to make 10 of these here, and I got all the parts already cut out and cleaned up and ready to go just to save some time, okay? So we need to make 10 of these. I'm going to do one of these on camera with you, and I'll do the other 9 off of camera, just to save time. You see me do one, and the other 9 are going to be exactly the same, okay? So right here we need part 3 and part 1, okay? So that is these two here, and it looks as though they go together like this, right? So let's make that happen. Let's get a little bit of glue here. You know, let me get this book out of the way. I don't know why I'm trying to work on top of that. But let's get these two guys together here. Let me see where they match up so I know where to glue. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a build, guys. But like I said, we're going to be breaking it up with other builds. We're not going to be doing this back-to-back videos of this build here. We got other kits we're going to be, filling in with just to kind of, break up the monotony a little bit. But yeah, this kit here, it is highly detailed, and it's really going to test my building abilities. That goes in there like that, okay. Alright, so we got that one. Now we need 2 and 4. So 2 and 4 right here. And how does that need to go? I'm assuming that goes like that, right? Yes. Yes, it does. So let's get some glue on here. We'll commit to this piece and get it glued in. Yeah, I opened up this box, guys, when I went to go do the unboxing, and I'm just blown away. It took me a long time just to find these pieces. There's so many pieces in that in this build. All right, so now we need to put. This is the. I already got this cut off, guys. This is your PP2. I'm assuming these inserts are to grab a hold of, like, the axle that's going to be going into here. This is like a nylon not rubber, I can't say it's not rubber, plastic, hard plastic. So this needs to go inside of here like this, and then this gets joined onto here, right? Okay guys, finally got it together. It required a little bit of muscle work to get these closed back up. It is a very, very tight fit. You got that little plastic little washer dealy inside there, which I'm assuming is to help it grip to the axle, right, when we go to do the assembly onto the tub. But yeah, we got them together. I made all 10 of these here, and they're all in this bag here. They're all assembled and ready to go. And then I got another bag. These are also assembled or completed, and that makes up this part 2 of step 1. Okay, and we had to make 8 of those. So yeah, here's the ones that we made 10 of, and here's the one we made 8 of. So we're making some progress. So step 1, both parts of this have been completed. We need to go in here now and make these sprocket wheels, and that's going to complete step 1. So let me get these put away. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got to make 2 of these here, these idler wheels, and I got those already cut out and cleaned up. And let's put one together really quick, and then this is going to complete step 1 of our build. Let's see here, this is the base of it, and then, okay, that's simple enough. And it looks like it is keyed. You can kind of see the little nub right there. So it's only going to be able to go on one way to this here. You can see the receiving hole, right? Can you see that? Yeah. So it's only going to go together one way, right? Like that. And it locks in. So we really can't mess that up. Okay. There it goes. It locks in like that. Whoops. Let's give it a second to grab. Oh, let's do the other one while we're waiting on this one here. Yeah, this is going to be quite a build, guys. I'm going to test my modeling abilities here building this kit. I might have bit off a little bit more than I can chew. I didn't realize how much, well, it needs a little bit of sanding right there. I didn't realize how much is going to be involved in this kit, and you know, just the size of it is going to limit on what we can actually show on camera too, right? Because I only got this one camera, and the arm does not go high enough to cover enough area. And I don't have room in this room here because I share it with my wife for a lot of her crafting stuff, and so I have limited space in here. So actually what I'm doing is the box that contains this kit is in another room. And I go back there, you know, the instructions will tell me I need, you know, say, you know, L13. So I have to run to the back room to find the L sprue and bring it back. And yeah, so that's how we're going to continue to do it this way also. So yeah, so it's going to be kind of hard to film. So like I said, I don't know how much of the build on this we're going to be able to get on camera. But the smaller stuff like this, no problems. But once we get that tub up here, let's see how, you know, how that's going to work out. Now this is going to go on like this, right? Yeah, like that there. And again, this one's keyed also. You can see the little nub there and the receiving end right there. So it's only going to go on one way. You can't really mess that up. So it goes to the inside, right? Okay. Get some glue on here and commit to this. There we go. All right, one down. Let's get this one. Same thing. Where's that key at? Oh, it's over here. Okay. My old eyes don't work as well anymore. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. We got those two completed. That completes these two right here. We got this to do here, and I got both of those right here. They are cleaned up and ready to go. And another thing I like about this kit is just the sheer size of the parts. They work nice for my eyes and my my hands. So assembly wise, I like the idea that this thing is huge because it's like I said with my eyes and my there we go. And that's keyed again also, guys, just like the other pieces. It can only go in one way. And that one way is just like that. Let's get this one glued on. It's just like that. Yeah, you can see the size of these things, right? These are the sprocket wheels. So just out of curiosity, guys, I got the tub right here. Let me see if how that's going to work out on camera. See what I'm talking about, how big this thing is? And I mean, I can't even get the whole thing in there, into the camera. So yeah, that's why I said it's going to be limited on what we're going to be able to see on my setup here. But then again, like I said in a previous video, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of step-by-steps. I can show you little things here and there as we, progress, and I can just show you, on different videos the progress that we've made, right, by either pictures or zooming into certain parts on the tub or whatever, area of the kit we're working on at that moment. So we got those two, and then this is the last one, guys, for step one. It completes step one, and that's putting this together here. And I got those guys right here. Now what I did, L13 and L10, they seem to be identical parts, but they were numbered differently. So what I did is on the back side, I wrote in like 10 for that one and 13 for this one, in the event that they are different and I'm just not noticing a difference. That way I still get it correctly as the directions is telling us where to put those. So I know that this is L10, this one's L13, so there's like this here. That one's this one, that one's this one. So we can't really screw that up. And let me get this cleaned up a little bit better here. I thought I had that better than that. Yeah, there we go. That was just a little dust on there. And these pieces here, I'm assuming don't really have a certain way that they go on, because this one is not keyed. Okay, they're not keyed on there. And this is going to be glued on like this, but if you look, it has three little protrusions, whoops, that are sticking out, and I don't see that they connect to anything on the, further down the line on the assembly. So I'm guessing it doesn't really matter where those three are facing. I will do, try to get both of them in the same location just in case, but as I glue it in, I mean. And we need to get these little plastic jiggies in here for gripping the axles when we go to assemble these to the tub there. You have to excuse my voice, guys. I've been dealing with a little bit of a sore throat, and I mean, I don't feel sick or anything. It's just my throat has been really weird. I don't know if it's the allergies we're dealing with or what it is, but yeah, so if it sounds a little weird, that's what it is. All right, so let me get these pieces cleaned up a little better. I did not get these cleaned up. I thought I did. Let me do that really quick. All right, we're back. Excuse me. All right, so the instruction shows this going into here, like such, and then just gluing it right on into onto this. So let's do that. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of rain lately here where I live in Florida, but we desperately needed it. So, but when we get into the rains, we also get into a lot of pollen and things, which really gets the allergies going. So I'm going to put those two little nubs so they're kind of facing this thing here, right? Just to keep it uniform with the other side. Like I said, I don't think it matters which direction these are facing, but yeah, it keeps it uniform, right? Okay, like that. Same thing on this guy here. We'll drop this plastic piece in right there. Let's get a little glue. And let's put this on here. And again, I'm going to face those two little things to the top so that they're kind of matching. There we go, right? All right, so that completes step one. We only got, what is it, 63 more pages to go. It will have us a completed tiger tank. So now on this next, starting on step 2, this is where we start working on our tub. So let me get these guys set aside here, and we'll get those bagged up so we don't lose those, because we're going to need those down the road when we're start attaching those. So let me get these put away in a safe place. Let me readjust this camera and see if there's any way at all we can kind of fit this tub into the frame here. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see. So we can't get the entire hole in, but maybe we can just look at certain areas that we're working on at that moment, right? So we should be able to do that. And here's a good look at the tub here and some of the detail. Nice heavy plastic too. Yeah, this is solid. And we're going to be putting some bracing in here. Actually on the step coming up here. We got all this bracing that we need to put in here. So let me go ahead and dig these parts out, guys. Let's go ahead and try to get this bracing and stuff in on this video here. And then maybe we'll end this video and call part 1 complete. We've got all those tires made up, and sprockets are all done. So, all right, guys, let me go find these parts. I got to go to the other room to where that big old box is at. Let me dig through and see if I can find these. Looks like most of it's on the H sprue. Yeah, almost all of it's on the, I think it's all on, well, other than here, L8 we got, so we need to find the L sprue also. So, all right, let me get that H sprue. We'll be right back. All right, so I got everything that we need to complete step 2. Everything's right here. And I know everything's far away because I got the camera as far away. I can get it when we can see the tub as we're working. But these are all the little tidbits that we that are showing right here. Here's our bracing, excuse me, for our tub. Then we got these little guys going on the side here. Yeah, so I got everything ready to go. Let's go ahead and get these glued on and see how that goes. So let me grab this tub here. So Alright, so these guys are going to be going with the hole up, yes, like that, into here. And I got 4 of those. Are going to be going on each corner of this tub. Let's get a little glue in here. There we go. Down here this other side, same thing. Yeah, it just blows my mind every time I open that box to go find parts, and it's just tons and tons of sprues full of stuff. I just don't see an end to this thing, to be honest with you. But we'll take it, you know, step by step, right? Take it page by page and mark things off as we complete it, and eventually we'll hit the end of this thing, and it should be quite the display when it's finished. All right, so we got all those on there. All right, let's give those a few minutes to set, and then we'll start working on some of this interior stuff. All right, so it does have a call out to go ahead and put these onto the side. So while we're working on the side of this tub here, we can go ahead and get this put in. That's going to go just like so. Let me check the fit on this. For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's setting completely solid. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's just the tight fit. I had to snap it down a little bit. See how it popped out? Okay. We're good now. Yeah, I'm used to working on large scale because I do 1/200 scale ships. And this shouldn't be any different, right? Maybe I'm just making it out to be bigger in my mind than it actually is, only because it's my first time doing a tank at the, at this scale. There we go. Fits on there nicely. And then we got this one on the side to do. Oops, I do have a little bit of cleanup on this one. Let me take care of that really quick. There we go. Beautiful. And that's going to fit like that. Yep, nice fit. Nice and tight. I love that. There we go. Yeah, it almost like locks in. You can feel that snap. Yeah, look at there, solid, perfect. I love it when it's like that. Okay, so now we can move to the interior of this tub. I think everything on the sides are done till we get into the putting the wheels and those type of things. So, all right, so here we go. We got these 2 hooks that we need to put in. Let me see if I get in here. me get my camera right. You see what I'm saying? We can kind of zoom into like little areas like this, right? And rather than trying to get the entire tub in we're just working on one little area, so that's what we'll do. All right. I know you can't see nothing, guys. My hands are in the way, but there we go. That's all we're doing is snapping those in like that. Yeah. All right, there we go. And then we got these guys we need to get in here. And give me 1 second. Let me double check this instruction book, make sure we're where we're supposed to be doing. Be right back. Okay. So I just dry fitted this piece in here. This is our next piece that needs to go in. You really can't mess that up. It's got holes and pins, so it can only go in one way. There we go. Line it up here. There we go. There we go. You can hear it snap into place. Perfect. I'm going to run just a little bit down the side here. There we go. Give that a few minutes to set up, guys. We'll be right back. All right, and then we get another one that needs to go right into these two holes. Just wipe a little bit along this side here. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Making progress. And it was cool on these braces here because I got a whole handful of them that you can see that I got to go into. Let me raise this camera back up a second, guys. So I got a lot of these braces here that need to go in, you know, across, like we showed you in the instruction book. But I was able to leave the numbers on after I cut it up to the sprue because it's, so we can still show the, see, like that one's part 19. So that way I don't have to pull them out of the sprue one by one and then put it in so I don't lose track of which one is which as we're going into the tub here, right? So that was cool that Trumpeter put it together that way where you can clip it out of the sprue but still leave the number on there until you're ready to assemble it. So it gives you a chance to get it all cleaned up in one setting, I should say, other than where this attachment is. And once we pull that off, we can sand that really quick and then, you know, drop it in its appropriate spot there. All right, so we see here, let's go, it's showing it this way here. Let's turn it around just so we don't get confused. And then we got H19, so let me find H19, which is this one right here. And it's going to go in this way and right into here. Yeah, see, I know it's going to be hard to see. I don't know. anyways, there's little grooves on each side here that these set into. I'm trying to do it where you can see it. I'm not gluing at this point. This is just a dry fit. And so that goes something like that there, right? Yeah, it's going to go like that. So, all right, I got a whole bunch of those to put in here. I'm not going to do that on camera because it's going to take a while. So let me get these all in here, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, here we go, guys. Got all those braces put in. Right here. And we got this track here and this one in here. We got a couple of the hooks that we put in and these pieces on the side. So yeah, we got quite a bit accomplished, guys. That takes care of steps 1 and 2. Page 2 was these braces here, and those sprocket things are, what were those things called? Those, yeah, they hold the sprocket, whatever that's called. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to end this video here, and we'll pick it back up here in the next day or two. All right, so there you have it, guys. That completes step 1 and step 2 of our Trumpeter 1/16 scale King Tiger build. Yeah, we're off to a good start. We got all our wheel assemblies done. You know, it's kind of funny how this instruction booklet works, and I think it's kind of a norm for the Trumpeter kits. It starts off really simple, right? It gives you a couple, 2, 3 piece assemblies. Everything's, nice and easy. And then you go into step 2, and it's a little bit more complicated, but it is still workable, right? But there's a little bit more to do. And then as you go into the next page, it gets a whole lot busier, right? And then you go to the next page, and it goes a whole lot busier than that one. And as you turn the page, it gets more and more complicated. Look at this. Isn't that kind of funny? And that's how Trumpeters instructions seem to be. Even on their ship bills, it works that way. So funny stuff. All right, so guys, so we completed step 2 in this video here. We got our hull. We started work on our hull, right? We got our idler wheels and sprocket, whatever these guys are called. I'm not sure. But somebody put in the comments if you know what these are called here. But they hold this, guys, right? And okay, guys, so in the next video we're going to be moving in on step 3, and we're going to be doing some suspension. We're going to be working on the exterior of the hull. Well, the interior, I guess it is still on the interior of the hull. We got some suspension that we're going to be doing, and some idler arms, torsion bars, and things like that. And we'll see how far we progress. We might go into step 5 or even 4 or 5, depending on how much time this one's going to take us. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end this video right here. I appreciate you watching and following along. And once again, I apologize for not getting the unboxing done prior to the build. But like I said, it is what it is. I just don't have the room to do a proper unboxing, and I'm not going to throw up a half-ass video, that's not worthy of watching or, wasting anybody's time with. So, all right, guys, have a great week, and I will see you on the next video. We should be on step 3 here within the next couple of days, so watch for that video, and I'll catch you guys then. Bye-bye.